up? We're back in the shop again. I'm by myself tonight. It is currently almost 10 o'clock, and per usual, I got 3 days, so I gotta have this car loaded up and ready to hit the road for Elko Driftoberfest in Elko, Minnesota. So we got quite a few things we got to get done tonight. I don't know why I always seem to push everything off to the last minute, but anyway, it is what it is. I guess I work faster under pressure or something like that, along with the help of a lot of caffeine. But yeah, I'm going to get the car jacked up and kind of show you a few things that we're going to be working on. Actually, I'll point some out right now. So basically what happened was the last event I ran, which is now 2 months ago or so, I was running a big entry comp at Midwest Shred Fest and sent it a little hard into the entry and realized if I kept going, I was going to smoke my whole rear quarter. So I got it straightened out, but basically what I did is face plant the side of my car into the wall, as you can see by the paint right there. So basically broadsided it instead of smoking the rear corner. But in the process, the main control arm under here, the lower control arm going to the hub, I cleaned out the stock bushing on it. I'll show you once I get it jacked up, but basically I can grab the bottom of the wheel and pull it in and out like this. So we got some fresh bushings. They're already out of the box, but these PowerFlex bushings, ideally I should do both sides, but I'm short on time, so we're just gonna do this side to get it running again. So we got these. I'm hoping these poly bushings go in easier than the billet bushings, because I've helped do those before and they suck. So fingers crossed these old bushings come out decently and we can slide the new ones right in. Oh, and I do also need to replace the axle on this corner. I tried driving it the way it was and it did not like it. With how much play there's in it, the bottom of the wheel came out, and yeah, with pulling the axle apart like that, it just snapped it right away. So we got an axle and bushings to throw in, and then hopefully that'll take care of most of everything. So you can kind of see what's going on there. Don't think that's supposed to be like that. Yeah, got the brakes off, got everything torn out, and now we just got to start pulling the bolts out for here. For this one, for the alignment, I'm just going to run a paint marker. Don't mind the rust, it's an old V5. I'm just going to make a paint mark across there. That way I can line that back up. And I'm gonna get this hub pulled off. I'm hoping everything comes apart decent, because it makes an easy job go from being easy to a very big pain in the ass. So, alright, so another update on how tonight's going. And this is why I should have been doing this a month ago. So if we look in here, obviously we have the broken axle. Got that popped off. Here you can see how bad that bushing was. But first of all, that bolt broke, which is the alignment bolt, the one bolt you don't want to break. And then second of all, went to pop this ball joint out of here, and we got that. So now I got to try to find a bolt for this. After I get this out, I'm guessing I'm going to end up cutting this out, cutting the bolt with the Sawzall, because I tried air hammering that and that's not coming out. So find a bolt for this after I get this cut out. And also try to find a ball joint, or most likely pull this arm off of one of our parts cars and replace that as well. Gotta love rusty V5s. Well, we got 3 days. We'll get it fixed one way or another, and we'll be out on the track. All right, guys, we're back again. This is now 2 days later after the beginning of the video. So I gotta have this car loaded up and ready to go by the end of tomorrow. So cutting it pretty short on this one, but anyway, let me show you what we're working with. So where I left off last time, or beginning of the video, I had just snapped off the eccentric bolt for the lower control arm. I checked everywhere, couldn't get one ordered in time. I did order one off of Amazon, course, it's not going to be here till Friday, which I'm supposed to be on the road right away Friday morning, so that was kind of my last attempt if nothing else worked. I just stick around till Friday morning, throw it together with that, and leave then, but we don't have time for that either. So what I ended up doing is making my own eccentric bolt. I did try, we have a parts car out back, a parts B5. I tried pulling those eccentric bolts out, but of course that one sitting out back in the weeds is rustier than this one is. And so yeah, snapped both of those off. Didn't even budge them coming out. So yeah, ended up making my own. Let me show you what I'm working with here. Definitely not perfect, but it's gonna get the job done. So got the new bushing in there, new poly bushings on that one. And then I just simply found a bolt that was the right diameter to fit through the bushing, so I have no play in there. Welded this washer, the eccentric washer, welded it onto the head of the bolt there. So that one's solid. And then I got them as close as I could to being lined up side to side. I think I'm fairly close. It's going to be close enough for now till I can get a proper bolt for in here. And then this side, I just simply took the angle grinder, ground a groove, if I can get the light to focus. Basically just made a groove in the bolt with the grinder. That way my eccentric washer which has a little tab on it that slides through the groove to keep it from just spinning, that fits right in there. And yeah, we're back in business. And then I was able to round up a new toe arm, whatever you want to call this arm. I was able to get a new one of those, luckily, because that was the one that the ball joint popped out of the cup instead of coming out of the hub. So we got a new bolt, or a new toe arm in there. We got the new eccentric bolt in, and we're basically ready to throw this thing together. All right, guys, we are here the night before we were leaving, and we got the car back together. I worked way too much this week on this thing. Realized again that I should not procrastinate on my drift car. Somehow it always ends up happening like this. Something that I think is going to be a quick, easy fix, take me maybe 3 hours, ends up being something like this, where it does not go as planned. But anyway, one way or another, we always get it fixed. I'm not going to skip the last spin of the year. I got white wheels are back on the rear. So that was the side that was messed up. That's all, as you can see, all back together. But yeah, got fresh tires on the white wheels, so we have matching set of wheels on the car now. Right now I only have 2 sets of wheels, so I got fresh tires mounted on the stock Avis wheels, and then I got a whole stack of tires here, so should be good on tires for the weekend. Went over the car, checked all the fluids. I did put a little bit of coolant in it since it's going to be, I think, Friday night. It's going to be very close to freezing, and with the rear mount radiator and everything, I don't want to freeze this thing up. So added some coolant, hopefully that'll keep it from freezing. And yeah, I was gonna try to get it loaded today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm tired of being here at the shop. So we're gonna try to get up early, get the car on the trailer, get everything else loaded, and we'll see you guys at the event. But I think that'll close out this video. Next video is gonna be from the event, drifting, and I'm not even gonna tell you what we're doing yet, but right when we get there, we're gonna be working on a car to get it on the track. So that's how the event's starting for us. But yeah, we will see you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this. It's not that exciting of a video, but just kind of a little behind the scenes of what it takes when you procrastinate to get your car ready. But we're gonna get this thing loaded up in the morning and go shred some tires.